This is Tchaikovsky. I'm here with a very, very special guest, meeting my kitten. Let's go ahead and start this video up, see how long Ozzy will stay with us. Always good to have a cat joining you for these videos, right? So my disclaimer and copyright notice, the information and opinions in this presentation are those of myself only and not my employers or affiliate organizations, or not even Ozzy. I can't really speak for Ozzy. Including but not limited to Irvine Valley College in the South Orange County Community College District. This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not constitute any legal or accounting advice like whatsoever. This presentation is copyright 2008 to 2025 by Bennett Tchaikovsky. All rights are reserved. Any distribution is strictly prohibited. Note that this presentation will refer to companies and other parties or third parties. I do not claim any copyright that belongs to those third parties. Okay, so my introduction to current liabilities was actually really, really quick, but when it comes to non-current liabilities, this is going to go through and be basically, it's going to be a little bit longer. So let me just pull this up right over here. Wow, where did that go to? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this particular topic. So when we have our non-current liabilities, right, the whole thing here is basically going to be the concept of present value, meaning that we are essentially issuing bonds. And what is a bond? It's like an interest-only loan where you are paying interest over a period of time, and then ultimately that has to be the full amount of the principal has to be repaid. However, because of basically because if something's being paid off in the future, much like Shohei Ohtani's contract, paying $20 million or $68 million 10 years from now is not the same as getting $68 million today, because theoretically we could go through and invest that money and earn interest. So we're going to first be exploring the very important concept of the time value of money in terms of how we go through and value bonds. And what you will see here is you will see these different present value tables. It is absolutely critical for you to kind of go through and to learn how to go through and use these. The other type of bond question that I'm going to be giving to you is, well, what happens when, I'm going to give you basically what the proceeds are of basically the bond, and then ask you to, well, here's the amount of the bond, here are the proceeds, and I'm going to ask you to do the journal entry to record it. I'm then going to ask you to journal entry to record interest expense using straight line amortization of the premium or discount. And then lastly, I'm going to go through and ask you to basically do the balance sheet presentation for the bonds at some future date. Now, for this particular question, if I mention this, I also go through and talk about the effective interest method for recording the bond premium or discount amortization, right? But this is not something I would normally be giving to you. However, again, if you kind of go through and practice with it, you may find it to be useful as you're off and going through and preparing for some of your other courses. So again, this is really for bonds, and we're kind of getting into, we started with obviously recording transactions, and we worked our way down the balance sheet with inventory, cash, receivables, non-current assets. And then we're moved over to the liability section. We went to current liabilities, and we were looking at non-current liabilities, which bonds are, because they're typically paid over an extended period of time, at least that interest is. And then we're going to now, after this, we're going to go through, move through owner's equity, as well as the statement of cash flows. So hopefully you find this to be helpful. Please thank you for joining me here today. And Ozzy thanks you as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're looking for other videos or other explanations, please feel free to reach out to me. Have a great rest of your day. Ozzy, you want to say anything else? Say hello. Hello, everybody. This is Ozzy. This is the kitten. The kitten with all the goods. See you guys soon.